Howdy folks, and welcome to this Let's Play of Stellaris. We're playing this at the moment as a Plantoid species, and we're playing this in Iron Man mode, so there's only one save game for me to go back to. So let's see where we left off at the end of last session. Now during the last session we had once again started a war with the Pellissimus Imperium, and that war basically seems to be going pretty well. So let's have a brief look at the actual stats in here. So we won most of the battles thus far. We've lost a few, or actually our allies seem to have lost a few. Did we lose one? Yeah, this was one of the ones I lost. But overall it looks to be fairly positive. We've occupied one of the actual planets here. Nice thing actually, you can actually zoom into that as well. So currently occupied by us. Is that correct? No? Oh, I thought it was occupied, but yeah, it is occupied. Just not sure why there is a general of them on there. Ganvius. So there's our armies. But for some reason there. Ah, now I see. So we got a fleet in orbit here. and that's one of our allies that's got that fleet. So that is they're basically part of the they're a vassal of ours. But of course they're Oscox as well. Bit confusing, but okay. Anyways, let's have a look at all of our fleets. So this particular fleet here, that contains one of our only battleship at the moment, is basically over here in that same system. And at the moment this is en route, is attacking a research station in the neighboring system here. Now after that's actually been done, it is due to move into orbit. Move into orbit of the planet here. What I will do, this fleet here at the moment is en route as well. En route there. We're basically due to get this repaired. We had actually been engaged in battle with that one, unfortunately. So we've got a fleet in orbit here. We're close to being in orbit. Then I've got a newer fleet here that I'm still building up. So any new ships are basically currently allocating towards this extra fleet. Have I got more ships in production queues? Well, it does look like that. It does indeed look like I've got more ships in the queue. Probably I'll be able to build a few more. Still got a little bit of distance from the maximum. Unfortunately, I basically just utilized all the resources I had. Okay, so alright, let's have a look. So this fleet here, no, let's move this fleet here, the smaller fleet. At the moment we are returning to another neighboring system to be repaired, so I'm just moving this one into orbit temporarily until the other fleet's repaired. But let's get the clock running in the meantime, and in terms of research we're really close to these capacitor fields here, which I can actually place on certain ships. But again, I have found additional research points by scanning the debris of the ships that we have taken out. Alright, let's kick up the clock speed a little bit. So there's nothing being built here at the moment, so the first thing that should happen as soon as these ships get into orbit, they should be repaired. And one of the things I will do, I'm going to put an engineering bay here. That'll increase the research, the speed by which we can do the repairs. But I'm also going to put on here what should I put on here? I'm just going to put one of these on here. I guess I'll leave that for the moment being. Look at that. All these extra ships have become available. And straight away allocate them towards this newer fleet. Pretty good number of points, so that will bring the score of that one up relatively quickly. And of course this fleet here is currently in system. to take out all the stations in that system, all the enemy stations in that system.
Research complete. Debris analyzed. Research
It does look
complete.
like my corvettes have suffered some damage here.
Hostile fleet engaged. Hostile fleet engaged.
I have finished some of the X-ray lasers. Interesting. Close, and I've also finished here with the capacitor fields. Now the capacitor field is really what I was researching myself. The other one I basically gained through the analysis of the debris. What is it I want to basically get from here? Minor improvements to transmission efficiency and a sizable reduction in overall energy loss. Basic combat rules. That should be a relatively quick one, 8 months. Perfect. Repairs have been completed, it looks like. So this fleet here can move back into orbit here. And once we're there,
Situation log updated.
actually, I could already start moving this other fleet, the bigger fleet, out to the next system. Now the next system that I might want to go for here is this system here. Got some interesting facts on there, bits and pieces.
Situation log updated. Debris analyzed.
So if we were to look at the next upgrades that we could get, that will basically have... It looks like we'll be able to get the X-ray lasers on there as being a weapon of longer range.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Cruisers will get those as well. Perfect. Not sure what's happening to all these
Hostile
ships here.
fleet engaged. Incoming transmission. Situation log updated.
Some of those went absolutely the wrong way. I'm not sure why that is. Oh, interesting. Let's pause the game briefly here. Let's actually have a look at the source of this. These guys here are based down here, and if I just zoom out, then that is... Ah! That's actually my fellow green ones. So they're the same color on the map, and they're actually willing to lend us wormhole access. That's great. That's absolutely stunning. Yes, I'll take it. Now, what that will mean, of course, is I will be able to move through their space and be able to scan all their space as well. Now, the one thing it doesn't tell me at the moment is... It looks like I will have to construct my own extra wormhole stations here. So even though they are on the front line here, wormhole access will have to be provided by myself. Interesting. Now what have we got here? That it looks like to be a bulge in their territory. So I'd kind of assumed that there would be an outpost here. I could of course have assumed wrong. That one is moving through, and that will mean I can actually pick up this fleet here and enter orbit with them. So is that going to be a single jump? It is, which is good. Let's have a look at what else we can do in the meantime. So I got some ships here that are currently paused. Not being able to go there because there is, of course, crap there at the moment. Double jump. Should be fine. Perfect. I'll place some extra ships here as well. And for the time being, until those stations have been built, I can't really do anything about how and what to put around those ships yet.
Situation log updated.
Again, there's so many of these ships that go in opposite directions. Now if I do look at the cruiser design itself.
Construction complete.
These are scout wings. So I guess to some extent they're fulfilling their role. They're scouting in other directions, so seeing if there's enemy ships coming from other directions, but I'm not entirely sure that is what I'm looking for. Now I do want to split this one in two, so that one's still going towards Evergreen. And this one here I want to send into orbit here. I want to take over two fleets or two components at the same time, I think. Perfect. Now, did I lose my general
Debris
here?
analyzed.
I've been able to reassign him. Great. This planet is being bombarded. They're moving into position. They're ready to drop their troops, and I will indeed let them drop their troops. So you should see these little shuttlecrafts taken off, and they are basically going towards the planet itself. See them landing there, invading the planet. Let's see what happens. Perfect. Perfect, perfect.
Enemy planet secured.
Done. Now we do still have this other one here. Still bombarding this planet here as well. They're just about to move in as well. I'll let this one move into orbit as well. So look at the planet. Again, we're attacking them on force. Suffering a little bit of losses in there, but by far not as substantial as they are suffering their losses.
Enemy planet secured.
The planet's been secured. So that's two planets secured now. So both have been invaded successfully.
Debris analyzed.
Alright, I'm going to merge these two into one. Alright, so fleets are coming through nicely. So Ripper Cannon is basically progressed again. Alright, so where's my initial fleet? Here. At the moment in that system here. So there is there an enemy station here? Only stations here, so there's nothing other than the stations. Which I'm fine with. But what we're going to do here is we're going to basically go towards this planet here. But this fleet here, this is our, well, this marked the second fleet, but in actual fact it is our third fleet in totality. It's cruiser heavy. Scientist has leveled up, which is our home system, which of course means it's one of these scientists here. So I guess that's this one here, Stalk of Cyan. Okay. 1 month remaining on the combat rolls. Where did I actually tell them to go? I told them to go to the neighboring system. In actual fact, I think I will send them straight onto this system here. Looks like my production queues have emptied up. I'm going to do a little bit of extra production here of 2 additional ones. wormhole stations have been completed down here, which means that the range has been increased. So I now can actually use my science ships here as well to survey extra systems that I haven't been able to do yet. Alright, doing that batch. There's loads more. Alright, another science ship here. I probably want to do the debris in these systems here. I've only got 3 ships of that type, so 3 science ships at the moment in use. But I'm utilizing my full leadership capabilities because I've also on my sectors have allocated governors on 3 of those sectors. At least the sectors with more than 1 planet on there.
Research complete.
72 is where our current stance is, or standing is in terms of the war. We're occupying 3 planets. Gives us a substantial advantage there. We finished the combat rolls. Physics lab is always a good one. Power plant's always a good one as well. I think I'm first gonna go for the physics lab. Research is quite important. This will take me 35 months. Before that I should be able to finish my armored torpedoes. Kicking up the clock speed again. Or the game speed I should say.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Nice.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Here. And I actually have noticed that there's this little fleet there, enemy fleet. Ooh. Single corvette is in orbit here. Interesting. What's it doing there? What is it doing there? Well, it probably came from their
situation log updated.
System. I probably should have actually taken them out here.
Situation log updated. Hostile fleet engaged.
Do I actually have a colony here? I don't think so, but still. I probably want to build a military station here to help defend this system. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so let's kick up that speed again.
Hostile fleet engaged. Hostile fleet engaged. Evading hostile fleet. Hostile fleet engaged.
We're actually engaged.
Situation log updated.
The corvette didn't survive. The outpost didn't
Debris
survive.
analyzed. Construction complete. Hostile fleet engaged. System survey complete. Situation log updated. Situation log updated. Hostile fleet engaged.
This is third corral, so that means that this one is also in combat at the moment.
Situation log updated.
So, where do we stand? Still some fleet elements here. Our admiral has gained a level, which is good. Those combat results are listed here. Again, nothing lost on our side, but everything lost on their side.
Construction
Always
complete.
good to see.
Construction
Survey
complete.
another system here, which we could actually do because of our agreement with our neighbors there. What is this? Interesting. Unidentified empire.
Hostile fleet engaged. Station under attack. Hostile fleet detected. Station under attack. Evading hostile fleet. Construction ship under attack. Hostile fleet detected. Research complete. Situation log updated. Hostile fleet engaged. System survey complete. Hostile fleet engaged. Situation log updated.
Alright, sweet.
Hostile fleet engaged. Hostile fleet engaged.
Right,
Hostile
spaceport
fleet
destroyed.
engaged.
Defensive platform.
Hostile fleet
Nice.
engaged.
Okay. Let's have a brief look. Where do we observe enemy fleet units? Over here, interestingly enough. There's lots of transports here. Significant numbers of transports. Which makes sense, this being their homeworld.
Hostile fleet engaged.
This fleet here is... Are we in orbit at the moment? Not yet. This fleet here has occupied this planet already? Yep. We have. So our transports here could go to the same world as where this fleet at the moment is. It's a single jump away, which makes that relatively easy.
Hostile fleet detected.
Interesting.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Perfect.
Station under attack. Station under attack. Debris analyzed. Evading hostile fleet. Construction ship under attack.
Look at that. We're just taking them out one by one. Boom. Next one down.
Situation log updated.
And that one is it down as well? They're hitting our shields, but not by so much that we...
Situation log updated.
She jumped. Ha. Great. So that's basically our defensive platform. Took out one ship here. Defensive platform took out 2 of their corvettes here. And our spaceport took out 3 of their ships there. Always good. Alright, so in terms of the war, we stand at 100%. I'm not going to force a white peace. I'll let them come to me to negotiate.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Demand some war score.
Hostile fleet engaged. Situation log updated.
Alright, further scan of systems occurred down here, which is great. Sweet. So they actually have surrendered at this point, which is exactly what I was looking for. So perfect. Perfect. Alright, you may have shown your military power superior, but don't mistake this for an intellectual victory. Alright, well, I guess that's a great point for us to basically make an end to this particular session. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.